expect me to say after yet another disappointing performance? What is this? Lost 22 now? You're forgetting OT and shootout losses. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me and setting me straight, Johnny. Lost 29. I don't know what I'm expected to say after yet another disappointing, frustrating performance by this team. Consider yourself lucky. At least you only have to talk for 20 seconds tops every fan reaction. You ever just want to get down on one knee and thank the hockey gods upstairs that Phil Forsberg is a Nashville Predator? Hey everybody, it's Jersey Guy. Hold my beer. Are you sure you want me here? Patrick watch anybody? Is it maybe somewhere that we owe a massive debt to the hockey gods? Again and again and again. You're like a kid again, Johnny. Is this happening? This isn't an ad for some dang cookie. I want a piece of that action. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. What do you have to tell me that is going to make me feel positive? And maybe the Titans won't let us down on Thursday. Let's walk it off! Okay, on with Johnny's reaction video.
Redemption take you home.
Prince lose 4-1 to the Washington Capitals Saturday night inside Bridgestone Arena. This is loss 22, regular season loss 22 of the season, as the Preds allow Logan Thompson to play out of his mind, making 32 saves. A rookie scores his first NHL goal against the Preds because, of course, he does. How else is his team going to get any worse this season? And yes, thank you, hockey gods, for allowing Alexander Ovechkin to get one step closer to Gretzky against us. I swear, I could splice together old clips from the first 41 games of the season and have pre-recorded of me saying the team name, and I wouldn't, and you guys wouldn't be able to tell the difference because it just rinse and repeat every game. If it wasn't for the fact, starting here soon, that stuff behind me is going to change as I get prepared to move here soon, everything would look completely normal. The second half, game 42 of this frustrating season, of course, starts with a loss. This team has not played since Tuesday, so they should have been fresh against a team who was on the second half of a back-to-back, lost in overtime, and had to travel to Nashville. But like I said, you guys made Logan Thompson look like a god. Hey, he's a good goalie, but you should have been able to get more than one goal by him. Now, don't let me down here in the last 40 games of the regular season, boys, and frustrate me even more because I know you're not making the playoffs, and the last thing I would need is for that one of the three Preds draft picks. The other two are probably going to be from teams that are making the playoffs. That one of the three Preds draft picks, that is yours. That better be a gosh darn lottery pick come April. Once again, as so many times overwhelmingly this season, I was forced to watch this game at first, mind you, on the Caps feed. And the game that Preds lost in Washington earlier this season, I also got stuck watching it on the Caps feed. It's like, oh, yay, just because it's Ovie, I have to endure this. And the first period was so slow. But the Preds were out shooting the Caps 8-5, controlling the play, just looking for a break. And at the first intermission, I thought maybe my luck would change because, as it so happens, on NHL Center Ice, the Caps feed disappears. And to their credit, the feed got switched over lickety-split to FanDuel. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be able to watch the Preds feed. And maybe they can win this game and get, mind you, for anyone who hasn't noticed yet, this team is one win away from 1,000. But of course, they don't do it tonight and are going to make me wait even longer so I can finally make my montage video out to you guys. So let's get the pleasantries out of the way. The only positive thing for me to be somewhat enjoyed in this game was the fact that Phil Forsberg leveled things out in the second period when his 11th goal of the season tied this game at 1, and it was on the power play, and that's his second goal in as many games. Maybe he can get on a roll here and have somewhat of a respectable season and maybe get the Preds a few more wins. But like I said, on social media tonight, I fully expect and pretty much want at this point this team to set the franchise record in least wins of the season. I really don't understand the lack of execution with this team. You got 33 shots on goal on Logan Thompson, and you can only get one by him. On the other hand, the Caps only could muster 5 shots in the first, 3 shots in the second, where one of them went in, and 8 shots in the third period. And in that third period, like I said, with the shots, the low shots that Washington got in the third, the Preds just had no answer. Ethan Frank, I think I caught on the Preds feed that this was his second game, and of course he gets his first career NHL goal against the Preds, this bottom dweller team. Andrew Giappani was able to make it 3-1, and I knew it was coming before it even happened. I'm sure all of Preds Nation knew it was coming before it even happened, that eventually the Preds, to try and take a chance and try to even it up, we're going to pull Saros from the net. And yeah, more times than not, you do get scored upon. But you know exactly who's going to be out there and who is going to be looking to score into the empty net. Have some gosh darn pride, Preds, and try to curtail a little bit. Have some pride. It's like, hey, we kept number 8 off of the scoreboard. Nope, you couldn't do that. Alexander Ovechkin gets his 20th of the season. He gets one step closer to Gretzky. He's 21 away from tying him for the highest goal scorer in NHL history, 22 away from taking the lead. Preds hockey just isn't fun to watch right now, but I've chosen to be a fan of this team, and this is what I'm going to endure, hoping for sunnier days ahead as the Preds endure another loss, losing to the Caps by a final of 4-1. Well, this 5-game homestand started off with a whimper, and now this team has Vegas coming to town. Playoff Cup contending Vegas coming to town on Tuesday. I expect another loss there. Maybe they'll have some pride and defeat Chicago after that, but then they have Minnesota, who's higher than them in the standings. John Hines is going to have them fired up against his former team, even though he's already gone over that hurdle of his first game back in Nashville. And then they face San Jose, and guess who's probably going to start in that game? So maybe I should mark that down for a loss. Askarov, you know, is going to be starting for San Jose in that game. And I'm just going to leave off with this, something positive moving forward, just so I don't have to dwell on the negative until this team plays again on Tuesday. Like I've been alluding to on 2 factors, I have something in mind that I'm going to publish on this channel. It's been a labor of love for me that I've put a lot of work, blood, sweat, and tears into to mark the occasion for what is going to happen to this team when they reach one more win. And at that same time, I am going to be moving soon. So I don't mind if Preds fan reaction videos show the evolution of less stuff behind me and then pop up when I'm in my new place. But one thing I would like to do with everything around me still being the same is for that commemoration of what happens when this team hits one more win. So it could be the word I've learned, evergreen. So I don't have to look back at it and think about where I was. I can just think about that happy occasion of that commemoration of that special event. So please, Preds, just so I can focus afterwards on you and on moving, get the next win here pretty soon so I can get that out of the way in my life and compartmentalize and move on to the next chapter in my life. Thank you. So that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click a like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media as always and interact with me during every Preds game or any news that breaks about this team by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. And lastly, I'm not one for making bets, and I'm not one that you should be coming to for betting advice. But if you want maybe one recommendation, if there's an over-under you can take in wins on this team, I'm not seeing them hit over 25.